Hello, hello. Happy Wellness Wellbeing Wednesday, everybody. Happy fall. We're going to be going into the holidays to be thankful. And I just want to remind you that I am coming to you committed every Wednesday around about 2:30 Central Standard Time here in the United States of America for about 7 to 10 minutes to bring you wellness tips, answer any questions that you might have, and just be here for you, however it is that you feel you might need. If you're down, if you're troubled, if you are excited, if you have some inspiration to share, just come and share this with our immunity community. We are celebrating, and I want to give gratitude for Men's Health Awareness Month, Lung Cancer Awareness Month, the National Alzheimer's Awareness Month, National Family Caregivers Month, and the series that we are working on as we are going through a fabulous book by Dr. Rosenberg is Embracing Grace with Positivity of Nonviolent Communication, NVC. And we are on part 3. Today, I'm going to be discussing connecting compassionately with others, and this is part 2. The chapter in there was just filled with so much information. I had to do a part 2 for you. So I hope it brings you great value. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Michelle Maynard MacArthur, and I am the founder and CEO for MacArthur Accommodations, your hospitality, health, and wellness strategist, here to help guide you through a positive process for change with a lean, holistic, healing approach from the inside out. And that lean stands for lifestyle, exercise, attitude, and nutrition, while taking and showing you to those top luxury wellness destinations all over the world. We are back at our base headquarters here in the North Texas area for MacArthur Accommodations. So the wind is kind of bristly. Last week we were in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains sharing wellness retreats, wellness workshops, and anything about creating immunity for life. And that gives me a little bit of inspiration to share my why, my purpose, and my passion. And that is that I am a survivor of a progressive, degenerative neuromuscular disorder, along with depression for over 30 years now. But I get to stand here today with my voice. You may see some uncomfortable pauses, too many some swaying, the eye twitch, going here, going there, whatever it might be. It is just some of the neurological cognitive part. So I ask you just to bear with me, show me some grace, and know that I usually always get back on track. And I am really excited to also tell you a little bit more about me, that I am a believer, a mother, an entrepreneur, educator, advocate, primarily for those with differing unique abilities, and a speaker that I am. So, as I mentioned, MacArthur Accommodations is who is bringing you these wellness tips. And we are a hospitality, health, and wellness coaching and consulting advisement company that specializes in overall optimal health and wellness worldwide, with those innovations to reflect, recharge, and renew yourself one step at a time. We are all about helping you to create that immunity for life. I am an international certified health and wellness coach that complements my certification in traditional Chinese medicine. And that goes along with a 30+ year career in hospitality, tourism, site selections, and event planning, just to name a few. So MacArthur Accommodations is bringing you your tips today. I'm super excited so that we can talk about those wellness tips. Those wellness tips that we have are connecting compassionately with others. And this is part 2 of the series that we have. That series we have is Embracing Grace with Positivity of Nonviolent Communication. So we are going to talk about the tip number one. And the tip number one is the lesson of the polka dotted suit. How many of you have that polka dotted suit? Well, I want you to take a look at the process of mourning and self-forgiveness by recalling a personal event that you may have had. Is there ever a time that we need compassion? If there is ever a time that we need compassion and understanding, now is the time. Our world has changed. We are really trying to rebound and be survivors of the COVID pandemic after we have lost so much. So think about that. The lesson of the polka dotted suit, to value the care and consideration of others' needs with a wave of compassion. We are compassionate with ourselves when we are able to embrace all parts of ourselves while recognizing the specific needs and values. Tip number two for you today is don't do anything that isn't play if you're not enjoying it. Empathize the energy behind the actions of self-compassion. Instead of fear, guilt, shame, obligation, make the choices to motivate your contribution to life because you matter. Replace the language that implies lack of choice with languages that acknowledge choice. Replace it. Reframing your mind. Tip number three for you today is instead of saying have to, translate your words into choose to. List on a piece of paper all of those things that you tell yourself you have to do. And then after completing the list, clearly acknowledge to yourself that you're doing these because you choose to, not because you have to. With every choice you make, be conscious of what need it serves. Acknowledge, be conscious about it. Tip number four for you today, my friends, is cultivate the awareness of energy behind our actions. Acknowledge what the important values are behind the choices that we make. Gain clarity to ensure that your needs are being served by your actions. And then go and uncover what your motivators are. Is it money? Is it approval? Is it escaping punishment? Is it avoiding shame, avoiding guilt? Or is it just satisfying a sense of duty that you feel you have? The fifth and final tip for you guys today that I have is be conscious of the actions that are motivated by your desire. When we speak a language that denies choice, we forfeit life to ourselves. And you're not doing yourself justice. Mentally, you are actually a robot, disconnected from what is your true core, who you really are. And then the most dangerous of all these behaviors, they may consist of doing things just because we're supposed to. But go back to because you choose to. The last bit for this fifth and final tip is the most crucial application of NVC, nonviolent communication, is how we treat ourselves. It's really big about self-care. So how do you treat yourself? When we make mistakes, instead of having self-judgment, I should have, like we talked about in one of the wellness tips, and having that self-judgment focus on yourself and what you could have done, have that focus on growth and how we are learning to improve because we're all going to make mistakes. So these are my 5 wellness tips for you today, and connecting compassionately with others, part 2. I do hope this brings you great value. I do hope this gives you a little sense of having an opportunity to have self-care for you. And if you want to, please tune into our website where we have our blogs, and they will all be organized there for you to see, or you can just join our immunity community. And that is, go to www.immunityforlife.net. Subscribe. We've got all kinds of specials, deals, freebies, and you don't want to miss that. We also have some great workshops coming up. We've been talking about the next round of series that's coming up with making health your habit, with a great neuroscience coach down in South Africa. We're excited to be doing it again. And I am just super honored to have you guys join in with me in this space. So thank you. Thank you for your love and compassion and your support. Don't hesitate to reach out to me if there's anything you need. And I am going to send you off wishing you a most positive, productive, and prosperous day. God bless you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.